hear me at all? Can you hear me now? Please tell me you can hear me now.
Maybe that's what the issue was.
Because it was
Yes.
because it was fine, and then somehow it shut down. Because I had it and showed it.
Yeah,
on
I
my-
know,
my
I heard you
goodness.
do that.
It's like, sorry, guys. It muted somehow. Weird, very strange. Hey, I guess I guess Gabriel wanted everybody to get in here. Okay, this is not Scott.
No.
This is Bev.
Hi,
Bev, why don't you introduce yourself?
my name's Bev, and I do a lot of channeling. I've been known Julie for a long time, and Scott Underwood and I are spiritually attached. I'm not saying that we're good friends, and we do a lot of channeling together, and all that stuff. Hi there, how you doing?
That's
Everybody's saying
Kashish, and Kashish is from India.
hello, Kizzy. So nice to meet you. Nice to meet everybody. Some of the people I do know, some I don't. So I'm here to assist today and have a little fun. My whole life is fun. I don't think the universe wants us to be down, depressed, or not having fun. We're here to have fun. Okay?
Yes, definitely.
Go ahead, Julie.
Okay, we battling to hear. It's very muffled.
Oh, muffled.
I don't want to have to put this thing in again. Actually,
Let's
we'll
try.
get this closer because you're not quiet.
Okay, no, I'm not quiet.
No, we're not going to put this on yet
Okay, good.
because that seemed to mess us up.
All right, let's read that over. Hang on.
Okay,
Okay. Can you hear us now?
can you hear her now?
Is it loud and clear?
Because she can speak louder.
I can speak really loud.
It's echoing that I hear you. Oh, sorry, it's echoing. I don't. It might not be on our end the same. Or yours is off, so that's good. So it can't be echoing there. Okay. So you had come up with a question of the day.
Yes.
Slightly different.
Slightly better. Okay. I'm going to talk louder. I'm not going
We're
to
gonna get really
don't be
close.
offended if I sound like I'm screaming at you because I'm not. I'm just increasing my volume.
You're garbled?
I'm garbled.
Wow, she's very clear.
And it's Bev, B-E-V as in Beverly. I'm not offended. You can call me Beth, call me Barbara, call me anything you want as long as it starts with a B.
Well,
I
was gonna say-
That's true. I don't care.
it reflects more on you than it does on her.
Question of the day. If you had any supernatural power that you could choose, but only one, what would it be? Did everyone hear that?
There's always a delay, so
Okay. People need to think. And actually, our screens are back because I'm leaning towards Julie right now, but I go off screen. It's okay.
you're going in the right direction.
Read minds. Ooh,
You're going in
okay.
the right direction, right?
Yes.
No,
No,
I'm
go
not.
this way. You go this way. Hi, Julie.
Yeah, but I mean that is the
Yeah,
correct
so
direction.
direction for there.
I'm not the right direction.
Read minds. Tap
into
into people's minds.
Wow. Okay, Kashish would like you to repeat the question.
If you had any supernatural power that you wanted, just one, what would it be? Couldn't have any more, just one.
What would you like?
Yes.
And Ilani wants to read minds, and so does Tanita.
She's laughing.
Yes. Speed of light. That's Pam. Do you know
Wow.
Pam?
Yeah, I met her.
Okay.
I remember.
Online? Okay.
You might not remember me. My hair's totally changed. I used to be really dark, reddish brown hair, and now I'm bright. Oh. Speed of light. Come on, people. Let's think. This will be fun. Just one.
Okay, so I'm going back to. Okay, Ilani was the first one in. Kashish. Jeanette, did you hear the question? Jeanette is from Ireland.
Hi, Jeanette.
And Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. Miss Shauna is in Florida.
All right. Right. So what about some? Oh, I guess you don't want to tell. It's okay.
Yeah, I can tell you later.
All right.
I love your face wash. Yes, and of course, Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot also has a line of jewelry and cosmetics. And Pam loves her face wash. And thanks for the thanks about the new laptop, Kashish. The other one melted. So I'm gonna quit saying the line from um, Wizard of Oz because I have a feeling that's what happened. And Natasha, did you hear our question or Bev's question? I have a lot of questions for him. For whom? A superpower to speak to God. Oh, you don't need a superpower for that. You've got that.
Yeah, everyone has that ability. Everyone. It's just that where you are in space right now, where your life is, what kind of clutter you have going on inside of your brain can prevent you from getting information from the divine.
Yes, and praying is you're speaking to him. You're asking the questions, but afterwards, you've got to be quiet and listen. So meditate whatever it takes to find your peace and quiet so that you can actually hear what's coming in. And again, God might have spoken to you already, but you just can't hear them yet. Him or however you want to do it. Any other? No one else? Hello, on Eva. And Eva.
Is everyone afraid of me? Because there's no reason to be afraid of me.
Well, would you like to start by reading? Because they'll pop in, and as we get to them, they can answer the question again if they have it.
Okay.
Or
I'm going to give my supernatural power that I'd love to have.
okay.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
I can't have any other. It would be divine wisdom, is what I would love.
Wow, I like that.
Divine wisdom. Yeah. So, let's go pen. Okay.
Oops, sorry. We have a
Part of the list, please.
no. Oh, wait a minute. Replying then. This one. This person is what they call a troll or a scammer.
Okay.
They try and take people's money. So
Yeah.
we're going to say goodbye. And the initials, that's not good either. I won't even get into that. Okay. So goodbye, you. All right. So it is a good one. Because you already have a lot of superpowers.
Yeah, I do. And it's not that I just don't like them. I do. My strongest one is channeling. And I said the second one is being able to pick up on people's energy and sometimes pick up on what they're going through or what, like right now, what I'm getting with somebody on here that is really dealing with a very important issue of a major purchase. Ooh, I'm getting chills. And they're getting some friction from their loved ones or someone they're close to about going forward with whatever they need to go forward with. And it's going to benefit not just them, but their entire family. Oh, it's you. Hi, Elaine. Okay.
Ilani, yeah.
Elaine. Okay. Yeah, it's a major project. It's big. Like I'm getting the chills. Like, I can understand where they're coming through. And I refer to them as a collective. Scott deals directly with Gabriel. I deal with collective. They're saying that you've got to get your head out of the way and you got to lead with your heart. The head you got to turn it off. Turn it off. And a lot of people around you don't understand and they're dealing in, they're totally in their left brain. They're not dealing with their right brain or their heart at all in this matter. And some of it is to protect you. They love you. They want to protect you. Does that resonate? Yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's a hard thing that we all deal with. Hard to turn things off. what the collective's been giving me lately that we all need to, especially in these times. Oh, here they come. I'll just let them speak in just a second. They want to tell everybody that you must deal with your consciousness. You must deal with consciousness. What does that mean? People get confused. They don't understand what that means. And being mindful, what does that mean? Mindful means you concentrate, focus on what you need to focus on at the moment. And you must hold that moment. Don't let outside forces control your emotions. Emotions are good. You were given emotions for a reason. The emotions are good, good, good. But you must block out or hold emotions in place. Hold them in place. Like you have a wall between you and whatever is in your environment, people, or your environment that you're in. Don't let it take you out of balance. Stay calm, stay focused, and connect with your heart. Concentrate on your mind, connecting directly with your heart, and breathe. If you get in a moment where you feel stressed out, they want you to breathe. That sounds kind of cliche, I know, but it's very important for the spiritual connection. And drink a lot of water. They're being funny. They said, "And drink a lot of water."
You need that water, believe me. It hits hard. And I'm looking for mine too. I was going to ask you something about what you said to Elaine. Yeah, my mind's gone blank, but
That's okay. That's
happens. It happens.
happens to me too. There's nothing more important to get in front of somebody and say, "Can you tell me about this, that?" And you go, like, okay, I'm not getting anything.
Well, and then it does happen.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, and if that thing keeps coming up, I'll do my best. Um. Anyway, something about what she was. Oh, again, the mind, and I've talked about this many times. The mind is your soul's consciousness, and then she was talking about consciousness, whereas your head is what you've gotten from the conditioning over the years, however old you are. It's all the programming, conditioning, and domestication you've received um, from other humans. And it has nothing to do with anything because, as you know, as you have learned, and we talk about, most of that is not true. So, what she's saying is keep connected with the divine, keep your consciousness open with them. Like she wants divine wisdom. And she gets a lot of it.
Because I asked for it.
Yeah.
That's what people don't realize. You need to ask for it. People go to the psychics and have them say, "Oh, what's my fear? Why do you ask you all these questions?" Where the power lies is within you. And once you start tapping into that and believe it and say, like, "Thank you. Thank you. I've got a lot of power. This feels so good." Or you're walking like, "I'll just," and this is kind of a small thing people lose. You know, go in a parking lot. I want parking space near up front. I want it. I command it now. I'm not necessarily asking because I have power. Who am I asking? I'm asking myself.
Hmm.
The power that resonates out of me can create what I need. Now, some people don't like to say, "Well, you create." Well, it's your energy that you put out. Your energy, the paths, the seas will part for you if you believe it.
Yes.
So that's where it lies. And I'm the type of person who rides around in my car. I'm singing all the time and saying the word today is great, even if it's raining outside. Whatever's going on in my environment does not have to affect my attitude. And keeping an attitude and keeping smiling. Now, it's not just smiling. You can say, "Oh, stay positive and smile." So a lot of things we deal with in life that are positive. And we have a real struggle. But think about your mind and your heart, connecting them, and then visualize light coming out of you, the world. You're here to benefit the world. And the world, I mean, other beings. You're all spiritual beings. We're all here to help each other. And for me, I'm like, tell people, this is just a dirt suit I'm wearing. It's gonna go sometime soon. I'm gonna, because I do believe in reincarnation. I don't want to offend anybody, but I do believe in reincarnation. And I think I'm leveling up each time I come back. Thank goodness.
Yes, and you've been through a lot. from past lives in this life that I know of.
Yeah, one
So-
past life was not pleasant at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of energy going on, and as you can feel, she's very energetic, and it's great to be in the same room with her. She's the one who told me to be confident and bold. So whatever I'm getting, I need to say it, and I have, and I've learned a lot, and I credit you with that because you
Oh,
were the
thank
first
you,
one who
Julie.
said that.
She's really grown from the first time I met her. I went, whoa, but I could tell. She'd walk in the room and you could just feel the energy coming out of her. I go, oh, this woman's going for greatness. She's going to be helping lots of people. And that's her part. So it's what's your intent, what's your heart. If you're too focused on yourself, you're cutting your energy off, you're cutting your power off. Can I ask a question in one?
Well, I think we've already begun.
Yeah. Yep.
And she began
Questions?
by talking to you about your major purchase. So go ahead, you can ask the question that you wanted to ask because we are on you right now. Drum roll.
Drum roll.
Okay, while you're posting that, I'm going to do a quick commercial.
Okay, cool.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
We were reading your question while we were
Yeah.
watching the videos. Okay, because we can talk being in the same room. I know now we look like we're in the same room.
Yeah. We are.
Yeah. So what do you have? Anything for coming up for her birthday?
Let me try to tap in. You get anything serious. If you do, Julie, go for it.
I'm just not knowing what to do with this energy that's coming up.
What I'm getting, this is what I'm getting for your birthday. And like everybody says, I want a new car, I want this, I want that. No, it's not that. What I'm getting is there's something you're dealing with, some kind of a habit or a life change that you want to make personally. And all of a sudden, it's going to feel like there's a big restriction taken off of you. You're going to wake up one morning, not necessarily on your birthday, but around your birthday, you're going to wake up and go, oh, yes, this is easy. Something you've been struggling with. I don't know if it's food or it's something that you need to, or exercise, or something you need to do for yourself that doesn't involve materialistic things. It's more of self-care and it might even be spiritual. It's something I'm getting a self-care thing, and it's just going to do whatever's been blocking you, it's going to be lifted.
Oh, I was going to type that in. And my question exactly, Kashish, when is her birthday? I'm hearing 10/10, but that's because of the 10/10 portal. They want me to make sure you're aware of that. So when is your birthday?
She gets it.
That's what she said.
It's not going to be hard, whatever you're doing.
19th. Okay.
Well, it's 10. 1 plus 9 is 10.
Yeah.
I believe in numerology big time.
Yeah. And that's the day that the 10/10 portal will be closing. Yeah. So just so you know, Ilani. And one thing about the last portal that Angie did is she imagined a portal in front of her. She reached in that portal and pulled out bags of cash. Well, 2 days later, she got double raise. Just saying.
Same. Angie, I want the same portal you had, please.
You have your own portal. This is
Just
yeah.
teasing.
But this is a different one. This is 1010. And as close as we get to 1111, 1111 is a big manifestation portal.
I've been
So this
seeing
is
11 a lot, multiple times a day for weeks. And I'm going to share something funny with everybody. I got my first speeding ticket. I'm 71 years old. Never had a speeding ticket. Does that mean I've ever said, oh yeah, I got a heavy foot. I got one, and I got it August 13th, and I was going 13 miles over the speed limit. Interesting, huh? So always pay attention. Spirit wants us to pay attention.
Yeah. And one night in my dream, it was very clear that pay attention to the traffic signs. And days that I should pay, it gets louder. And other days it's like, not so loud. It's like, okay, be careful, but there's not a whole lot of policemen around, sort of thing. So, but yeah, it does work. Definitely pay attention to what's going on. Okay. So anybody else you're getting in any information for?
Someone here is been complaining about something a lot. Just one subject. Just keeps going over and over and over and over and over again. Spirit saying you need to stop. You need to focus on something that you can go over and over and over and speak words of gratitude. You're grateful. Thank you. Because otherwise, whatever you've been complaining about is just going to keep coming at you. It's that same law of attraction, but it's also our words, how powerful our words are. Our words are power. Power in our words. And that's sometimes hard when you're down the dumps and somebody around you is going, well, everything's so wonderful. How are you? You want to go up and slap them. I get it. I get it. We're all been there.
Yeah. People do that to me too.
Right.
A lot.
But it's best. You won't believe how your world's going to switch around if you change your words and your heart. Your heart's attached to your words. You know, I had a really good spiritual coach once, and she said, we listen with our ears, but we hear with our heart.
Aww. And I believe you're supposed to speak with your heart too. You said something about that earlier.
Yeah. And I don't know if anyone knows, on a scientific level, we have the same type of neurons, similar neurons, I should say, that we do in our brain and also in our gut. And so we're not a separate. These bodies you're in have been designed in a perfect order for a reason. And it's not just to produce food. I mean, to ingest food and go out. It is to supply us with our spiritual power. We connect to it. And it's fun. Once you catch on to this, it's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
I'm sure there's lots of you out there. I know some of you that have already done that. And you can attest to it too. It gets to be.
I'm still going through the list, make sure I got everybody on the list, even though you're picking each one. Who is the person who keeps complaining though?
There's someone here talking about a death of someone. I want to tell you, they haven't gone anywhere.
Taynita, her boyfriend died, and she found out that he was very deceptive before he passed.
Well, deception or lies or whatever is a spiritual wound. Many times, what people we think do to us or do around us is about us. So it's about them. So when you start changing your heart around and have compassion for them and forgiveness for them, you break that bad energy chain. You just break it. So I would speak to him.
Yeah, he's there.
He wants you to forgive him. Oh, I'm getting big now.
But forgiving him is also letting yourself out of your prison. So you forgive him and you forgive yourself because you didn't do anything wrong. I'm not saying that, but to put yourself in that prison by not forgiving him, again, it had his choices had nothing to do with you. They were his choices, his path.
Many times we compete with you communicate with people that have gone to the other side, that they have progressed on, that progressed on. And someone said it to me. I like that word, that they've progressed. So we have a lot to look forward to. But they can be over there and be in a different form, spiritually and energetically and vibrationally, with sorrow for what they've done when they know that hurt people back here and haven't done what's right. They usually will try to connect with someone who is still in the dirt suit to say they're sorry, because it helps them progress on where they are. I hope that makes sense, and I hope I didn't rattle somebody with that one.
And one thing, I mean, I've heard it called so many different things, the temple, the meat suit, but never heard of it in
The
dirt
dirt
suit.
suit. Yeah, it's true.
Well, because it's
I
earth.
mean, is anybody really, really, really happy with what you're in right now? I don't know of anybody that's completely happy with what they are occupying. But I turned around and I've worked at it in my life. I've had to, I said, well, I just gotta be thankful, you know?
Well, and you've gotten, because you're the Pilates and all, you feel that you've gotten more healthy, right?
Yes. I just graduated yesterday, passed all my practically as a Pilates instructor at the age of 71. But I will say, the reason I went into it, my mom took a fall that didn't need to. If I would have known what I know now, my goal is to keep people who are aging and even young people, because you're all you do is sit in front of a computer all day and you don't exercise, you don't move you don't. We have fluid in our joints that lubricate our joints. So you wake up and you're all tight and you're feeling. I want to help people become more mobile and healthy. I don't take any medications. I have no aches and pains anywhere. And I have my balance back. I was losing my balance. I broke my toes. I was falling because I was sitting behind a desk working a job 40 hours a week. Not good. It's worse for somebody who's older than younger, but it's still like a touch you as being younger. You need to get physically moved. And you need to move with not a lot of. You don't have to go to the gym and be doing deadlifts and lifting 100 pounds or anything like that. They actually can damage you unless you're really fit to do it. So it's Pilates. If anyone doesn't understand, it was developed back over in Germany by a man named JSS Collective, which he actually called controlology, and he developed it to keep people healthy, not looking like they're Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's made to keep you healthy so that you're moving your joints, you're exercising your muscles, you're staying in balance, which in turn helps this. When we help this, we stay more spiritually connected to the divine. We have more powers. So it's an all-out process. It's a whole thing. Some people don't. You have to understand it is a whole process. You have to be working on your mind, spirituality, and your physical body that you're and you take whatever you've been given, you work at the best you can with it.
Mind, body, soul connection. It's
Absolutely.
It's
real.
And you've got to get it to the utmost level you can. Working together well. Rachel was also saying that Tanita, I don't know how you're dealing with this. I just want to say, don't constrict yourself by saying you're strong and suppress your emotions. Let yourself cry and be. Okay.
Are you talking to me?
No, that was what Kashi
okay.
said to Tanita.
Oh, okay.
Because Tanita, she said, yeah. Be vulnerable. Believe me, you'll be fine. This is Kashish to you, Tanita. And Rachel, you said that you've been complaining a lot lately, and that you felt she was talking to you too. So can you tie up into Rachel Hutchinson from Dundee, Scotland?
Dundee, Scotland. I want to go play St. Andrews someday. I used to play golf. That was my dream. Gave up golf and went into scuba diving. Something is restricting you. I'm getting a big restriction. I'm getting a vision of like you're tied up, but not physically. There's something that has you tied up. And you're the ones in control that I see you taking a pair of scissors and cutting those ties. Sometimes I'm an artist also, a sculptor, was for like 15 years and did huge things. And a lot of times the collective speaks to me and giving me visions. And sometimes they make sense to people and sometimes they don't. So that's what I was getting. I wasn't getting anything other than you're tied. And it's like wrapped around your body. And I see you taking a pair of scissors and cutting.
And I know you've called in Archangel Michael, and he can help you as well.
Can you excuse me something? Spirit's telling me to go get 2 things.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Okay.
And it's to share with the person who lost my voice.
Oh, okay. Tanita, hope you're still in here. She's going to bring something back for you. So, what do you guys think of Bev? When Scott told me, reminded me last Saturday that, hi Ann, last Saturday that he would be here, he says, well, maybe you can get, and I'm going, oh, I want Bev, ask Bev, and he did, and she's here. Ailani, you have an update for me, please? Let me know what that is. So, yeah. Like I said, Bev has helped me out quite a bit in this thing. You told me when I dreamed to keep writing my info down. You and Bonnie Bill told me new love is coming. Well, a few days ago, I dreamt of a new lover. I don't know who he is, but I wrote down the details. So I know Spirit is listening to my prayers. Haha, just wanted you to know. Well, thank you. She is, let her in a bit. I don't know what you meant by that, Rachel, but please let me know. Okay, Tanita, she has something for you.
Okay, 2 things, and I'm going to share personal stuff. My mother passed away in 2014. I lost all 4 of my businesses, had to go bankrupt, and getting in that age is hard. But the biggest thing was losing my mother. She died in my arms, and I had to hit the ground running because I used to make a large income, and here I am cleaning houses, living on a little bit of money I made cleaning houses, and my mother's Social Security. That was it. It was tough. But they were one of the most precious years of my life. Now, I missed my mother terribly, but as soon as she died, I had to hit the ground running because Social Security was away and I couldn't live on the income I was making cleaning houses. I did that so I could be present with my mother as much as I needed to because she was 96. So she had a mobility problem. She was healthy otherwise. What took her out was a fall. So that's why I'm gotten into Pilates because I want to help people maintain their balance all the way up into their hundreds, which is possible. Now, I found this lady who is a grief companion. This book you can get on Amazon. I'm going to hold it up. This book is one of the most, I'm a big reader. This is the most fabulous book I've ever read in my life. I don't like people putting us humans into boxes. We all have to fit the square box. We all have to fit the round box. I'm not going to tell people grief. You have to go through a certain process. First, you get angry, then you get depressed, then no. There is no order of how you deal with grief. And I didn't understand what grief was. Grief is the heart thing that you're missing the person physically. You can't touch them, see them, or whatever. The other thing, or like if somebody's been mean to you, the grief of losing the relationship over something. I mean, it can be a divorce. It can be anything that can cause you grief. What you must do is mourn. But you don't mourn until you're ready. No one can put that pressure on. And you will never, ever forget the people you've been in contact with. People say, oh, you'll get over it. Don't listen to them. We never get over it. It just gets softer once we do the mourning. This book, if anybody's dealing, everybody has to have some grief somewhere in your life, and you've either faced some of that or you haven't. This is a wonderful, wonderful book. I can't recommend it. And I just dealt with the grief of losing my mother. I gave myself the grace to take the time to do it just this year. And it was the biggest blessing I've ever had. And I was lucky to have a wonderful, spiritually in tune woman to be my companion. I met with her once a week. We talked through everything and that. And there is a journal that comes with it too. I want to share something else with you. Before that happened, which led me to realize I hadn't dealt with or looked at or faced, or even some cases, some of you not forgiven the person who's passed, or forgiven what they may have done to you, or even in a divorce. I don't care what you've gone, what kind of abuse you've gone through. You have to understand many times they're not trying, it's their expression of their pain and their wounds that they inflict on other people. Do you have to take that infliction? No, you don't. I was sitting at 2:00 in the morning on the sofa in the living room and reading, and I couldn't get to sleep. I couldn't know why. So then all of a sudden I dozed off and I heard the word Beverly. It was my mother's voice. Now I'm going to see ghosts. I don't want to see ghosts. I don't want to see them. Don't show me your face. That's just me personally. I laugh at myself at that. I opened my eyes and there was my mother sitting on the floor. I might start tearing up, so just excuse me. Looking at me with her legs crossed on the floor, on weight. And she said, honey, go get my book. Honey, go get my book. I'm like, what? So I got up and I went in the other room where my bookshelf was and pulled off her book. Now, this is a book I covered for her when I was a kid at a fabric. And this book is the one, she read this like it was her spiritual guide. It was amazing. I used to think she was silly. And it's an old book. It's called Light from Many Lamps. And it's a lot of wise people like Emerson and Lincoln and all kinds of wise people's little excerpts about things about life. And she felt that they were guiding lights. And she had this book with her all the time. She practically wore it out. As soon as I opened the book, I thought, why does my mom let me get this book? And I took it out, and I sat down, and she was gone. She was no longer in my living room. So I opened the book, and the page I opened to was Dear Abby. I don't know if you've ever heard Dear Abby. Probably a lot of people who are too young know about Dear Abby. But people used to write in the newspapers and ask questions of Dear Abby. And she said, I'm going to read this to you. This broke me down big time, and it's so true. He says, I always have tried, without success, to track down the author of this lovely poem. Can you help me? Do not stand at my grave and weep. I'm not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am a diamond. I am the diamond glitz on the snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn's rain when you awaken in the morning's hush. I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circling flight. I am the soft star that shines at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. I mean, I firmly believe, proven it all my life, we're energy. We have power. We can create. We can communicate. So we want to attach too much to the physical and too much to our messed up minds. Like Julie said, that's been polluted by other humans.
And we have two other people that feel that you were talking to them.
Oh, wonderful.
So let me go back to them. One, I just saw.
I see why Julie loves to have. I see why Scott loves to have Julie do this because she's so good.
Aw. Yeah, there was someone in here, and I know it was, yeah. I just went through it and saw these people. Now I can't see them. Okay, who else said that they felt you were sweet? I think it's me, Jeanette. So let me pull Jeanette up. Jeanette is in Ireland.
Mhm.
So Jeanette, you think that what she was talking about was you? About the major purchase or the lot? I don't know how far back. Oh, yeah, not sure. Whatever you're constantly complaining about one
Oh,
thing.
complaining.
Complaining.
Yeah. 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 You know, I'll give you a good example. Because I was an artist, I took a lot of art history.
Yes,
And
Vanessa, you're next.
in Africa, everybody rushed to Africa. The Christians, the Muslims, you name it, any kind of religion, and they were always giving them something to write. I mean, they give them words. They give them the Bible. They give them the Quran. They give them everything was in writing. Do you know what they do? What they did? They would say yes to everything. Oh, thank you. Yes. Because they cherish the spoken, written word. Why is the Bible? People are Christians say the word of God. Words are so, so important. Spoke things into existence. You need to speak things into this existence. And I've studied lots of faiths around the world. And one thing I've delved into very, very deep is biblical stuff and where it came from, the scrolls before it. One thing that's really, really important, and it's across any kind of religion or faith you want to believe in, is how important words are. I cannot stress that. They're really giving me this strong today. So there must be a lot of people in here that are not speaking very good things. And so you're creating your own future and your own existence right now, which is not good. And I'm here speaking to the choir because we've all done it. And if anyone says, oh, they've never, no, no. So it's hard to change our habits. So we need to just, affirmations are really good because sometimes the reason we come from a negative stance is because of how we feel about ourselves. You're precious. You're absolutely precious. You're all light. I mean, and the gal said that she believes in God and she believes in Jesus as well. But it says, you're the light of the world. Each and every one of you are the light of the world. So we have a big responsibility. It's huge.
Yeah, I was going to post something that I had written here, and it was basically, yes, and we believe too, just on a larger scale. Do you get
No,
that?
it's just different.
It's different, but to me, it's on a larger scale because they're bound in their book, and we have opened. I mean, the Creator, God, however you want to call it, or something.
Yeah. See, I come from a stance that I don't like to say anybody's right or wrong.
Right.
Okay. It should be the God, the divine, the creator, however you want to say it, of your understanding. What resonates with you? What fills your soul and your spirit? Because I believe the creator I believe in is good and loving and has lots of mercy and grace on people. And that's on, I don't care who you title yourself. That's just my personal belief. And if something written on the TV, try reloading the page. Okay.
You might freeze, but
Everything has to come from a basis of love in your heart. Everything. Everything you do, everything you say. Love inside of here. And it's not the Gucci kind of love. I mean, even the Bible it says, what is love? Patience, long suffering. I mean, go down the list. It doesn't sound like fun, but we must love everyone.
Yeah.
There's nothing can upset me more than somebody criticize somebody on the side of the street with a sign up saying, I'm homeless, I need money. Oh, don't give them money, they might do drugs. I don't care. What person does with what I give them is their choice.
Right.
It's their responsibility. It's not mine. If I'm being impressed by God, the divine, the almighty, whatever you want to call it, I do it. So I'm not trying to chastise anybody. I just want everybody in. Okay, here they come. Oh, they're coming in strong. Oh, hang on a second. I'm getting chills bad. The thing that bothers us the most in this universe right now, on this planet, and not just this planet, stop being so self-centered and think you're the only planet of beings that are tied to the divine, is separation. Separation. You want to separate yourself from people. You want to say that person's right, that person's wrong. You're Democrat, you're Republican. It doesn't matter. We want to center on kindness and love and compassion for each and every one of us on this planet, even if they are cruel, ugly, and evil. That's hard to swallow. At one time in my life, I couldn't swallow that. I couldn't swallow that. I'll give you a little example. There was two ladies on the street, and they were looking down. A guy stepped out to Mama. What did they do? They grabbed him, and they started praying for him. And yes, they were praying for him in the name of Jesus, but they were saying like, "Oh, we're going to pray for you. You can't do this." This young man dropped his gun, started crying and apologizing to them because they were doing it, and he felt the love from them. He felt the love emanating out of them towards him. They weren't afraid of him. They just figured opportunity to love somebody. Right? There's been more times than not than somebody's out to hurt someone and someone steps up in love and totally changes that person.
So Jeanette, did she answer your question, or did you, I mean,
I can go
what
off.
you doing?
I mean, I get them coming in. Sometimes they knock me off course a lot, so I am very sorry.
No, don't be. I mean, that's what,
Mhm.
that's why you're here. But Jeanette, was there anything specific that you keep repeating that she didn't touch on? Just want to ask that. Then Vanessa, you're next. Yes. Okay. What else did you need to? Did you have a specific question, Jeanette, about what you complained about? Yes, thank you. I don't know if she's just agreeing with you. Okay. So you're good?
There's someone there that's really itching to have a question to ask, and they're okay. I'm getting from the spirit they're really afraid to come in and ask. Okay, because they don't want to be judged. Who is it? Spit it out.
As long as you're good, Jeanette. Good. Jeanette is one of our regulars, and we love seeing her in here. Like I said, she's from Ireland.
Okay.
Vanessa, did you have anything you needed to ask? Who was the one afraid? I know, Vanessa, you're not afraid.
Somebody's afraid out there. They're afraid to post the question because they don't want to be judged. And if anyone on here is judging others, please don't.
This is a non-judgment.
Yeah, please.
Spot.
Yeah.
If you want to message me in, well, I don't know if you're on YouTube or Facebook. If you're Facebook, you can go and message me.
What's best for Bev? What's my next step?
Okay.
Okay, and I don't understand the question.
1 minute. Yes, thank you. No, it's okay. What's best for me, Bev? Rachel, we kind of already touched base on what you were doing with. So hold on a minute, because we've got
Next. Rachel keeps saying next.
She meant next step or something. But yeah, I'm not going to go over everything that's happening to you online right now. So we can either talk about that later or wait until we're wrapping up. I've been kicked in the guts by my husband and his family, Lynn Palmer. So are you the one who didn't want to post this? And KCTS, you can just go ahead and post what you want. The question of today that we've kind of gotten away from is, if you had a superpower, one superpower, what would you choose? Okay. So Lynn is probably the one because no one else is.
Yeah. Then I'm getting a sense you want to know what to do about it. You want to know how you can change the situation. Now, whether that's a mental thing or if that's your subconscious speaking, I don't know.
And KCTES was mistreated too.
Okay. It's a tough place. I've been there. I can empathize. It's tough. Let me explain something. I've got something else I gotta go get. They told me to go get this. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, folks.
No, hey, whatever's needed.
Yeah.
Because we don't know until we get on what we need.
Right.
Teleport. I like that. KCTS. Okay. Okay. I'm scared to talk because everything is being pulled down. I'm getting the universe is changing things for you. That's what I'm getting, but we'll wait until Bev gets back. And even though it feels like it's like it might be the end of the world, it isn't. It's something new is coming into you. I'm getting a lot of warmth in my heart chakra for you, sending it out to you. Yes, Mr. J, you're in too, but we've got 17 people on. Not sure which we get. Okay, Vanessa, yeah, we'll get you next. Been built, bullied. Okay.
Okay. I don't know if everybody resonates with this, but I'm going to. They want me to present it. Many times we are being treated by others for what we're doing or not doing. It comes back to us. I know that's hard to take, that's hard to understand, but sometimes we need to take action and we're uncomfortable with taking action. And I think there's no way to take action. Well, I handwrote this many, many years ago, and I'm going to read it to you. And this really helped me because I've been in a very abusive situation for a couple of years. Perception is reality. Change is the most difficult thing for a human being can do. I think we all agree. Most of us don't like change. You can never change another human being. You can only change yourself. Once you begin to change, other people begin to change, but you cannot change them. I'm responsible for everything I do and say. I'm not responsible for your response. I started putting that into action in my situation. And I thought, I'm not going to let this person bring me down. I'm not going to be negative. I have to live in this situation right now. I'm going to put my focus in a positive, not positive, but a loving area, a kinder area. I'm not going to come back, just like in physics. You go against something, it's going to come against you in this way. Spirit does not want us behaving that way. We're supposed to flow through this life, just like water does. We're not supposed, this is them, you're not supposed to combat. So there's a reason why we have a flight and fight and hide. You always leave that part out mode. You might have to go into spiritual hiding of your heart and your emotions is what they're telling. And change what you do. In my situation, I changed. I actually showed that it didn't bother me what they were doing. And I was asked to leave. And actually given the money to leave. And I hadn't fought and so you don't know what but it's being responsible for ourselves. And that can take us out of some really horrible situations. Let me know. And again, by what we think is just as important as what we speak. So whatever situation, I know it's you need to have someone beside you. That's why they said that we need to have fellowship with other people. We need to have with like-minded. You need to have times. You don't want to go to a friend to just complain about somebody. Oh, they did this and that. Blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. You just keep precipitating. You just keep bringing more and more of what you're complaining about to you. So you want to be around uplifting people. It's just like the old story in business. It's like, you want to be successful, go hang out with the people who are successful. You're hanging out with the ones that are telling you what you should do, but they're not successful. That won't work. Okay? That's the only thing I can give you. I've been with a narcissist and a gaslighter that was the max. I'm talking to you now, Lynn. There's different types of narcissists. Mine was a malignant narcissist, almost a psychopath. It was tough. Yeah. It took me 3 protection orders. So it's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy. And I don't like it when people say, well, get out and get out now. Because you don't know your situation. People can cause you more problems by doing that. And that's exactly right. There you go, your spiritual friends. You get closer and closer and closer to the divine God, whatever you call that divine creator. And if people, that's one thing I'm real firm on. Right. Ooh, this planet we're on, take a look at the beauty around it. It's a major creation, and so are we. So stay really close. And if you're not liking the spiritual group you're in, go to another. It doesn't mean you have to stay tied to the people you're at right now. If they're getting down with you, there's other ones out there. I mean, just because everybody's spiritually connected doesn't mean that they're walking a good path or a proper path, I should say. Not good.
Very good. And Lynn, even though you're with a good group, that doesn't mean you can't expand it, because we're on Tuesday nights, 34 years of hell. Yes. Well, the universe is saying you need to be done with it. Mm-hmm. Your lessons have been learned. You need to get out.
And it might not be physically. No, I'm going to say what they're saying. It might not be physically right now.
Yes.
Set yourself up. Set yourself up and pray, meditate, whatever you do, send good energy, send prayers. If our prayers work, I believe in prayer. That's just my life. Prayers work. Yeah. Good energy works. Send it to that person who has very narcissistic behavior. Ask the universe to change him. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to, and to protect you. Protect your heart. Protect your heart. Please protect my heart. Please protect my emotions. Please protect my heart. Please protect my feet and where I'm supposed to walk. Show me how, where, and when I'm to walk. And if I'm to walk. And it's tough. It's not easy. My heart goes out to you.
And yes, Lynn, exactly. The universe has bigger things for you now. So they're trying to clear out this old so you can bring in the new. And this is the time. This is the time for it. The energies are going to get stronger and stronger for you. So, yes, get yourself separated. Whatever they say, that's coming out of their mouth. And as you know, as I talk about all the time, they're projecting their negativity and everything that's wrong with them onto you. Don't accept it, no matter what anybody else believes. Yeah, no matter what anybody else believes, you know you, and trying to goat me all the time, selling the house and everything. We were toxic. Yeah, obviously. So is he trying to make you sell the house, or are you wanting to sell the house? What do you get on that?
He's put pressure on you to scare you. He's not serious about some of the things he's doing.
This is for reason, but it's still hard and I'm scared. Well, go to your friends. I'm both.
I don't want to tell people to go to a therapist because there's so many bad ones out there.
Right.
And if they're not spiritually connected, I have no problem telling somebody to go to church. Just where it's you have to interview the person. You just will walk in and say, I need help.
Yeah.
You have to sit down and say, I'd like to interview you. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes. Because if you're not resonating with what they're saying to you, you don't want to continue with them. They'll take you down the wrong road. So it's like what they're telling me is it's like a swimmer that's going to go compete in the Olympics. You just don't jump into the water. That's why you're scared. You've got to line things up in your brain. Do you want out or do you not want out? Many people that get in a relationship with think they want out, but they really don't because it's what they know. And other people are looking at how can they be comfortable, but it's what you know. And so you have to start projecting, start meditation, prayer, whatever you resonate with, and start really seeing what you want your life to be. What do you want? What do you want it to look like? So focusing on what it is, focus on what you want.
Right.
It works.
I've got to put this up for you, and a lot of people have seen it, but this is for you, Lynn, and anybody else who needs it. I'll get this other part out. Okay.
Oh, I love this. Yeah.
You want to say that?
Call back my power and energy from all corners, people, places, and situations that have been draining, siphoning, or stealing from me, consciously or subconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally, from all realms, worlds, and directions of time. I'm safe, sovereign, and protected. So shall it be. And I send blessings, mega blessings to the person who has caused me some misery.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because they're on their path and they're doing what they are supposed to do. So I know it doesn't feel like they're any good and you shouldn't have anything for them, but have unconditional love for them because they're in the path that you guys agreed to when you came in. If you believe in that there's a contract and that you want to.
Like I said, Lynn, what they're telling me is start believing in the power you have within you.
Yes.
And I said that earlier. That seems to be their main message today. Believe in the power that you have within you.
Yes.
I'll give you another story. So the way you talk about believing in God and Jesus. It was recorded, but some of it I believe and some of it I don't because I understand the history and I don't want to go into that. But anyway, this is a good thing when a woman had an issue of blood for 12 years. And she knew that Christ was coming through her town, and she believed because of all the things that he was going around laying hands on people and healing them, that she would be healed. He felt the energy. You can just read it right in the Bible that he felt the energy come out of his body because she touched the hem of his garment, and he felt it leave her and go into her, and he turned, and there was crowds, people pushing around from what was recorded. Now I'm saying I have to say from what was recorded. And he said, woman, your faith has healed you. What we believe is what we will be. So, I mean, I'm a cancer survivor. I had some other really horrendous things. Part of it was diet, taking care of the whole vessel. But the other thing was belief. What did I believe? I wasn't believing that somebody here was going to take care of me. I just realized I have power within me. This body was made to heal on its own. And I'm tapped into the power of the universe. I stand here alive, healthy, well, and vital. And I just want to communicate that to everybody. Please, please, please know the power that's within you. You have power within you. The only power I don't want to exercise is I don't want to see ghosts.
They can keep that one.
They can keep that one. I don't want that one.
I want to see and hear them, so I'm not a problem with that. Okay, I know you see this, Lynn. I posted it for you, and KCTS says that as well.
Oh, this one was this one is so true. Was it Kay that wrote to Lynn?
Yeah.
It's hard to understand that there's some people that are on this planet that have been impacted by evil energy. And I will use the word evil energy, big time. And you have to feel sorry for them. I mean, you feel sorry for them, even though they don't have empathy or care or sympathy for you, doesn't mean you give that back to them. But it's about protecting yourself emotionally. We are given emotions for a reason. And part of the reason is to learn to control them, not to have them control us. Well,
Yeah.
that comments are really strong. I have to be honest with everybody. I've never done a Zoom. Yeah, I'm always face to face with somebody. And it's like, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work. But I feel their advice coming through. And I don't want it to sound like it's me being, but it's like they want to get this across to everybody. Big time, especially, oh, here they come. The times that we're going to face now in the next few years, we can say might not be pleasant. The only way you're going to get through it is understand the power that you have within. Understand the power you have within. And I call this not, it's a Christ consciousness. It's a consciousness of love, guidance, health, compassion, forgiveness, all those words. Powerful. That's what Spirit's trying to get across right now.
And you know, Lynn, everyone here on this chat is behind you, giving you their love and energy as well. We know you have the power. You just have to find it. And and just so you guys know, we're not really going by the list today because Bev is finding who is drawing or who her collective or the collective Christ consciousness is
They talk to me as this is the collective.
a collective that they're trying to help or that who needs the information most. So Anne, if she's drawn to you, fine. And I know a lot of you are a lot. Thank you, Annie Beats Clark. And it's good to see you, Anne, and always is. So everybody, even though we might not be addressing you, if it resonates with you, it is about you too. You need to hear what she's saying. That's one thing different about this chat on Fridays. It's whatever is coming in from the divine. These are divine messages. Whatever's coming in, that's what we're giving you. We don't use cards. We're not having cards. Sometimes I'll pull out Rosie for the fun of it, but this is all about the divine. Okay? And one more thing. I'm finding all the spiritual friends have come back out of the woodwork. Now he is going out of my life. Yes. And it's not that they were trying to stay away.
Yeah, and here's another thing. And now I'm going to sound like I'm a bio person. I've researched all religion and all faith and all spirituality, and it's a topic I love. What does it say? And this is really, if it's dark in this room and I light a candle, can the darkness stay? No. You need to be a bright light, no matter what's coming at you, no matter how much he love bombs you, no matter how much he gaslights you. It rolls. This is where they're giving me this image. Oh, this is for everybody. Anybody has to contend with anybody, and it's hard, and they're not nice to you, even if it's in the grocery store, and they say in this one, just get a vision. Oh my God. It's rolling right off my back like water. It's rolling right off my back like water. You need to visualize that. That's what Spirit's doing. That's what angels are around. They're coming and they're going to take that water and slash it down your back. They're giving me this huge, I want to do a sculpture of that. They're taking this lots of water and it's just going off your back because it's not absorbing into you. It's not absorbing into you. And you have to realize your light is shining. Your light comes through your eyes, through your smile, through your demeanor, and through your words. It's your power. It's your power. Oh, that's why they're not going to give up. Oh, she just said he's gonna- No, what you have to do and what I had to do, and I don't know anybody else, they said they've had narcissists too. They give you one good advice, and this is good psychological advice. When you're away from them, you cut them off. All contact, you block them from everything, cut them off. You don't even get it's like giving in a vision of muddy, icky, stinky blood that's trying to get into your house. And if you open a little crack, guess what's going to happen? It's going to start coming in and it's going to bang the door open. You have got to cut it off. And it's hard because whether you realize it or not, there is a negative addiction of your own to that person. That's why they can affect you. Once you break it, and you'll go through a spell where you can be pretty lonely and it's very hurtful.
Yeah.
And it's hard. But once you get past that, then you start thinking, oh my gosh, the world is majorly opened up to me. How wonderful everything is. And your spiritual friends will help you see that. Your friends, the connection you have wherever you are, and they're positive and they're uplifting, they will help you see that. And you need to connect with people that understand narcissists too. That does help in a way. Because nobody really, I have someone close to one to me, they didn't understand. They were dealing with somebody. It was hard to get them to understand.
Yeah, and I believe that he has made me his minion. That's true, but you've taken your power back now. Say that and say that every morning and every night before you go to bed. It really helps. That one about taking your power back. Believe in it. I mean, I've got a lot of positive affirmations, but this is one that when you're dealing, especially when you're dealing with narcissists or other people like them, that it really helps. But as you take your power back, he's going to try and contact you more and more because he's going to lose the power he's siphoned off of you. He's stolen from you. He's siphoned it from you. He's taken your power. So when you say he doesn't like your power, oh, he likes it. He likes taking it from you. But now you've taken it back and he's going to be missing that. I can tell you a narcissist had a really big problem when I took my power back and he relapsed and got off the wagon and it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't feel guilty. Believe me, I did not feel guilty because I took my power back. It's your power.
That's the Vaughn wants to say the only one that should be influencing you is you. And it's hard. I mean, they only make you a minion if you permit them to. And that's hard too. It's not the same thing. I'm going to touch somebody's here who's looking for the love of their life. I'm sorry. I'll change the subject here for a minute. Stop looking. Start trusting. Stop looking. Start trusting. Don't get in the car and say, oh, gee, I'm going to go to the grocery store today. Maybe I'll meet him in the grocery store. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And when you're looking and you're really yearning to have somebody in your life, that really hurts and you don't like to hear that. But you keep looking and you will find the wrong thing. Trust me. You need to just let go and trust. Just be kind to people, give to people, and you're going to attract what your heart is yearning for. If you go out and look for it, you will probably connect with somebody who is looking for somebody to control.
Right.
So be careful.
And be specific on what you want.
Right. Oh yeah, that's good.
Mutually reciprocal relationship, and you can be specific on height, weight, anything, but be very positive about it. However, write that down, but don't focus on it. Like you said, forget about it. Take care of yourself. Work on loving yourself and getting your strength back and getting yourself prepared for what the universe has, or the Almighty, however you want to say it, has coming for you, because there's a lot of good coming to you. It's just that you have to be prepared. And like Lynn's getting through this, KCT got through what she got through, and now she's in a much better place. there's a lot of you who've gone through a lot of things. Once you get done with it, forgive yourself, because you've got, everybody thinks, oh, if I forgive myself, I did something wrong. You know who has a big time with forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, forgive, because you get yourself out of that prison. If you don't forgive, you stay in this prison. You're the one who put yourself in it, not that person. Okay, not whoever, oh, they made me do this. They don't make you do anything, like she said. Nobody can make you do anything.
And it's very hard to set up boundaries. We all have to set up boundaries. There is somebody here that I've got to change the subject. I'm really sorry. There's somebody here dealing with a pet, and the pet's sick, and you're wondering what to do, and the vet has not given you a good answer. At least you feel it's not a good answer. Is that resonating with anyone? If there was somebody on here before, was there people got off?
Some, but they keep coming back. Lynn, cut him off. Stop thinking about him. It's about you now. Put yourself first. And not in a conceited way, just you've got to heal. So don't worry about that. Anybody who's having a sick animal, is there a particular animal that you can figure? Is it a
It's a
dog?
pet. All I'm getting is a pet. I'm trying to tap in if it's a dog or a cat. Maybe something else.
I'm just worried about the pets.
Now, this is somebody that's had their pet to a vet, and the vet is suggesting something that the person's not resonating with. I don't know what that is.
Bonnie, you're not on here, are you? Hope Bobo's okay.
I don't think this one is on. I got it earlier, and I went home and listened to Lynn, and I didn't speak up maybe soon enough. I'm not saying. You'll be fine, Lynn. You know, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, and once you take control, your control back, your power back, your pets will feel much better. So they're reacting to you. They love you. So anybody else? Okay, I'm gonna hit the commercials one more time. So hopefully anyone who's taken their dog to their pet to the vet and doesn't like what the vet is saying, please pop on. All right, be right back.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Oh,
These groups, are there things you both do with groups? We're on Tuesday night class. That's what I do with a group. She comes on sometimes. Uh, maybe now that she's certified.
yeah, I was in a course that 500 hours is a lot of practice, a lot of hours, and I did it in record time. So I have been totally focused on that, not done anything. Can't wait to go out tonight. I'm actually going to take myself out to dinner and go have a glass of wine.
Oh my goodness.
What a revelation!
Wow.
I'm not looking forward to it.
And I do want to put on, okay, yes, definitely. I want to put, hold on a minute, just so you guys have this. This is for next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And this is, send an email to advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. And Don will send you a link to join our class. Kashish has been there. Pam, who was here earlier, and a few others have been on that. So would love to see you guys. Anybody who does it, it's a great place. We don't judge there. We help each other. We practice. And one thing is when you practice this every day, if you practice this every day, you get stronger at it. But again, I will tell you that if you do too much, the universe will put you in spiritual timeout and tell you to take a rest. And I know because it happened to me on Monday, and they did it to Bonnie for 2 weeks. So yeah. So do practice every day, but just don't overdo it. Okay. Thank you. Yes, definitely. If you feel you need to, then take your dog in. But I give it a couple days while you're relaxing. So you worked on selling your house. Is it good?
I wasn't feeling that was hers.
No,
Someone
yeah.
else. And it may be since we had some people drop off, maybe somebody dropped off.
Yeah.
Because I have to apologize doing this for the first time. I was wanting to continue with Lynn and I wasn't letting something else come through. I could have said, excuse me, just give me a minute and done that and then come back to Lynn. So I apologize. But whoever that person is, if anybody knows in this group knows that somebody that was on, it is, they're not supposed to listen to the vet at all. They're supposed to change that animal's diet.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea.
Change the diet. Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of our animals are being fed too many grains that are contaminated with a lot of pesticides. Not, it's real. My girlfriend took her corgi and to a vet that's more holistic. They really bad shape. The dog had all kinds of problems. Now she gives her rice, real chicken, and real vegetables, and she's fine and very healthy. And it only took a couple months to get her back to health. So we can be sensitive as humans to different things and foods. So can our animals.
Yes, and there is I can't remember the name of it on the top of my head, but it's like the health whisperer. Yeah, health whisperer for dogs or for animals. And it is moringa, which is an herb. It comes from a tree that's all about nutrition. I mean, everything is used for to help. Anyway, get a hold of them, and dogs do like it. You just scoop out, add water to it. It helps with hydration as well. And I gave it to my dogs once a day. A vet told me give my dogs chicken and rice, and it wasn't the right thing.
Right.
So you've got to be careful and also work on organic rice, not just rice.
Right.
Because rice is really not that great.
It's just like people, they say, well, Beverly in such good shape. How do you stay in good shape? How do you eat? I'm not going to tell you what I eat because it might not be right for you.
Yeah.
And it could be all natural and organic, but it might be the wrong foods. It's like me, I cannot eat certain things. Like I cannot have beans. I cannot have rice. There are certain things I just cannot eat. I don't care how organic and clean they are. They don't resonate with my body.
Yeah.
So, and I have a very odd diet, which I won't share, but you have to ask God's spirit creator, ask, get quiet and ask what you're supposed to eat. It works.
Well, and it's also the mind body soul connection,
Right.
because your body will tell you.
Yep.
And says, don't eat this anymore. I was told no more Brussels sprouts. My body said that.
Mm-hmm.
I listened. Believe me, I love Brussels sprouts, but never again am I touching that food. There's a lot of things that way. And also you want to do moderation. Don't overeat anything.
Right. Moderation is real important.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else with or let's go to you. Any pressing information?
That gal here is looking for that major purchase.
Elani, are you still here? You haven't spoken up in a little bit.
Is Lonnie still here? No, maybe she's not.
It does take a little
Okay,
bit
it
of
takes a
time.
little time.
Sometimes there's a up to a minute lag.
Wow.
Yeah. Usually not that bad. Usually it's a few seconds, but and then they have to reply, and then we have to wait for that.
I'm getting somebody really strong that wants to write a spiritual children's book.
Ooh, enlightenment, yeah.
That's interesting.
Who's that?
Who's that? So somebody here? Maybe close around your brain, like maybe not real strongly, but you have thought about it in the past.
What-
Sign from you.
Hopefully, Anne, nothing's coming in right now. If it comes in, she'll be the first to tell you. But who has even thought about writing a spiritual book for children?
That's right. I feel it real strong.
So they're here right now. I'm telling
I'm
you that.
thinking they are.
Jeanette, are you still here? Because I know you do things with children. Elani does things with children. Anybody else?
I get a sense that somebody that thinks they don't have the confidence to write, but they would love to do something to give a good message to children.
And you've got it. You've got the strength. Don't doubt yourself ever.
Right.
That's the theme of today. You've got it. Oh my goodness.
Power. They keep telling me people don't understand the power that they have.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions?
Other than a sign from loved ones. I think you're focused too hard on it, Anne, and that's why you're not hearing it. I feel that they have been trying to get a hold of you, but what was that? There's this old thing that a man my friend is doing those sorts of books. Oh, good. Well, she's already doing it. But somebody here in this chat,
Permission to them about them doing it? Does that person need to have some financial support or some kind of support in doing that project? That they would welcome your involvement?
or editing or something.
Good plan.
It's a good plan.
Somebody by the name of Vanessa.
Yeah.
Good plan. I don't know why. I just read it and went, that's a good plan.
But she's asking, will I get a job next year?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Will
my health get better?
Don't say, will I? Say, I will get a job next year. My health is getting better.
Yes, you'd be positive on it.
Yeah. I'm getting a job next year. My health is getting better. And it will.
You bring it in. That's what we've been always saying. Never use the word will. And I have a job starting next year.
Lynn, I just got something huge for you. I'm sorry, folks, this is all about Lynn today, but the universe just told me that you don't realize that the influence of your friend writing is going to help you. Because here's something to focus on that they want you to focus on once you get yourself out of here. When they come through, I got to talk fast. I'm sorry. Once you correct the situation that you're in, that the only one that can do that is you. And once you take charge, you set boundaries, and you stop letting the person that you're with influence your emotions and your thought, and stay focused on the task ahead. The universe wants to use you to help children. You're going to be helping children. So maybe it is where the book written is how to deal. Many children are living in very abusive situations. And if you think this is tough on you, living with a narcissist is even tougher on a small child. So this is where your power is going to be directed, and you have to tap into that power. It's not about you. It's about helping these children that are out there that are in situations that are suffering a lot worse than you can as an adult.
Yeah. And Lynn, I feel that she needs help with the bookkeeping. You're talking about finance, but she needs help keeping track of it.
Someone just asked if someone's going to be contacted in this October.
Yeah.
It's going to be near the end of the month. What's
Last
the end
week.
of the month? Is there any kind of a full moon or what's going on?
Well, besides Halloween, yes, there should be a.
It's not Halloween.
Okay.
It's not Halloween. But it's near the end of the month. It's on me near the end of the month, which is only like.
We've got an eclipse coming.
Maybe it's on the eclipse. Ooh. Be meditating on the eclipse. Be meditating and asking and calming yourself.
Ooh, I like the star that she has up there too. But don't focus on them, focus on you. Get yourself ready for whatever is coming your way. Okay, and Anne keeps asking the same thing about her family and messages. Now, are you talking about your family here or past? I'm not sure, Anne, because I know you've been through a lot, but because before you were talking about messages. End of October, my birthday is the 22nd. That's
When. But I want to know about Anne. Is it the family that you're living with right now? Is it family you don't live with, or is it family who are deceased? It's really not dead. They're just in another form.
and the end of October was for
What's for-
Rashmi.
Rashmi, right. End of October is for Rashmi.
Mhm.
Rashmi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Rashmi sitting during the eclipse. You need to be conscious of when that is going to be, because at the height of the eclipse, if you're meditating and you're in peace and you center and balance yourself, you will personally hear from one of your relatives. But you need to prepare yourself. It's real important to prepare yourself.
I don't know if she's talking about the person you were talking about, Rashmi, because I don't think that person is deceased.
Well, if that person is not deceased, then you still need to be meditating. I'm getting a picture of you meditating at the height of the full moon, or the eclipse. I mean, someone's going to be contacting you directly. No, they don't. Keep your phone next to you, then, if they're alive.
Okay, Anne is the one about her family.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with your family. It's about you. You need to take care of you. Don't worry about how they're behaving.
What's this? Okay.
Oh, is that Annie beats Clark. Of course, Annie. Yeah, you're letting it get to you too much, Annie. Well, let me put this up.
Just 1 minute, Annie.
Were you here when I put the affirmation about bringing your power back, Annie? I know I put that up before when you've been on, but if you need it again, I'll put it up. Just let me know.
Annie, who are you talking to in life? I mean, not just this group. I mean, like your personal contacts. Are they? The universe is telling me you need to assess them. It doesn't mean judge. We're not here to judge people, but like, I just had to get rid of. I just had to disconnect from a very good friend that I talk to almost daily. We've been friends since 1998. But it dawned on me that every time I talked to her, I got off the phone, I was feeling like, ugh. It's hard to cut people like that up. I'm getting a sense there's somebody you need to stop communicating with. Not maybe permanently or not, like maybe limit your conversation with. You know who that might be. You don't have to tell us, like no, yes
Don't
or
give a
no.
name. Yes
Yeah,
or no.
yes or no. Okay,
Well,
that's it.
okay, we're talking Annie and Anne. There's two different people. And you don't live with your family and you care about them. Um, are they just not talking to you? I don't understand.
Well, Annie answered it too. I do. So I think it's Anne and
Oh,
Annie
okay.
have the same situation as what the universe is telling me. So you're for Anne and for Annie. Relatives are very hard to put boundaries up with. And sometimes friends can be too. But they can be done without cutting them off. You just have to control how much your availability is. The phone rings, you do not have to answer it. And you might want to tell some of these people that you feel like I need to set a boundary. I'm going to be doing, and it's not long, so you're going to be doing some stuff. I respect you, you're going to be doing some studying, or you're going to be. So if I don't answer the phone right away, please don't be concerned. Just so you're warning them. You don't have to say, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Or I don't want to talk to you. Don't do that. Right?
Yeah. And the other thing, if you don't contact them or at least tell them ahead of time that you're not going to answer right away, they're going to constantly call you and it makes it worse. So just say ahead of time that right now I'm taking, like I've told people, I'm taking a spiritual rest.
Annie says, okay, you said you can cut that person out with no hesitation. Do it.
No, yeah.
Do it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. And then you need to do something that the universe is telling you have to get out and walk or do something that is some kind of physical movement that feels good. You don't have to do major exercise or anything like that. Just get your body moving and take yourself someplace where it uplifts you, that you feel uplifted. For me, I like to go to, we have a preserve nearby with lakes, little ponds, and there's lots of wild animals, not big as wild animals, but like ducks and birds and rabbits and
Rabbits,
stuff.
yes.
And it's so centering and it's very uplifting. Plus, being outside in the sun, it's good for you. Done. Very good, Annie. Oh, and they don't talk to you. Well, guess what? Now I'm going to share something else personal. I have no family. No one that's blood related. My family are people like Julie here. My family are the people I connect with spiritually. They're my family. And you know what? They're your true family, not your biologicals. They're necessarily can be a real thorn in your side. So, yeah. Do wonderful things for the people around you that uplift you. Be kind, give to them, and receive from them as well.
Blood may be thicker than water, but spiritual connection is so much more divine than blood can ever be.
Thank you so much. You're Annie. You're wonderful. I'm telling you, it's the energy coming off of people too. It can even be through the phone. You can go, oh, and you get off, and then you feel so down, and you just don't want. You get no motivation. You're drained.
Yeah,
they suck the energy out of you.
Yes.
Bottom feeders. Bottom feeders. Bottom feeders.
Another word is energy vampires.
Yeah. I don't like the image of vampires. So that's just me.
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, getting to be Halloween.
yeah.
Right now.
And I have to admit, Halloween is my least favorite holiday of them all.
What is your favorite?
Good question. Good question. I have to think about that. I'm not a big holiday person. Because I've had to deal with all my life is when the holidays come around, I get a little sad. So I always have to do something to cheer myself up. Just like the advice I gave to Annie in a way is like, I go do something that uplifts me on those days. So because some things bring back childhood memories, and that can really cut deep. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can make your own.
Right.
Exactly. Like you said, there's a
exactly. I guess my favorite holidays is my friends' birthdays. I love to celebrate other people's birthdays.
And scammers, we don't really appreciate you. Most of the people in this chat do understand scammers, so they stay away. Just saying. I'm so care, and I'm not sure what you meant by that.
Another good thing to do, I give some people fun to do that really help me too, because I love to give. And so when it's my birthday, I give everybody a present. It's my birthday, let's celebrate.
Yeah. So anything else, Anne? Anybody else?
I hope spirits kind of communicate to me that they've used me today to try to bring some joy to you. I feel a little goofy today, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't apologize to it, but I don't know why I'm in a goofy mood. And I believe they've energetically created that in me today because we have people on here that need to be uplifted, like Annie. You need to be uplifted. And Lynn. Here's some really good advice they're telling me. What is near and dear to any kind of religious thing, to any kind of spiritual thing? I mean, what is near and dear to that energy? Music.
Oh, yes.
So go put really uplifting music you love that you can dance around the living room on, put in your car and be singing. My favorite song of all times is by Whitney Houston, The Greatest Love of All. Oh, it gives me chills even when I say the title. Who is the greatest love of all? Me. It's not a conceived thing. It's not a narcissistic thing. It's really loving how you were created, what you were created for, and that you have the liberty to be able to use that to go out and talk to people, help people, give to people, do whatever you can do for your community. And community, people think, oh, it's my city or my town. No, 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 no. Your community is your spiritual community. The people you're connecting with right here, right now.
Yes. What we usually do to close out is Scott channels.
Channels?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, did you want to do that?
I have never, and Scott and I are really close. I've never channeled Gabe. The only thing I will tell you.
Anybody.
Oh, okay. All right. So he channels someone called Gabe. And when we first met several years ago, I said, you know who Gabe is? No. And I got this by channeling. It's the angel Gabriel. He goes, what? Oh, yeah, you got a heavy dude on your side. You better be careful. And yeah, so, but he had to relate to in terms of Gabe and not Gabriel because he didn't want his identity to be discovered because he had to deal with Scott very gently. And if you ever read Scott's book, you'll understand why. Yeah.
And yes, I'll put that up right now because that's one thing we need to do for Scott since he is not here.
Mm-hmm.
We need to, oh, wrong one. This is the right one.
The Universe. Great book.
Yes. Yeah. And Scott wrote this because he was channeling, right?
He was channeling basically, I'll give you a little overview, basically that helped him through his journey to get more spiritually connected. It's a really good book to read to get a really good example of how to do that yourself if you're struggling.
Yes, and I've got to finish reading the book. Yes, I do. Okay, got it.
We all do. We all do. We're all in some area we are rough around the edges.
No, I started. Okay, we are getting ready to call it a day, unless there's someone else you feel you need to touch base with, or would like to channel, or both. Glad to hear that, ACTS. And we appreciate you coming in and sharing what you've been through as well, because you help the others on here. You've gotten through it and you're flying high now because of it. So way to go.
the reason we go through crap is that we can use that victory when we get through to help others. I hope everybody got that. We're going through a lot of crap. And it brings you joy and it brings you success. You're all champions, you're all warriors. You're in spiritual warfare. Trust me. But it helps the rest of us.
Yes.
So you can learn from everybody. I don't care who it is. You can learn. Just keep your ears open, keep your eyes open, keep your heart open.
And that's why I started Love Riot Warriors, because we are warriors.
Yep.
We are warriors for love.
I'm going to tell a little secret real quick before we end. I never met, soon after I met Julie at a meeting that we had, a spiritual meeting, I saw her in Sprouts at the grocery store. She's standing in the aisle, she got her head down like this, and I was trying to talk to her, and she wouldn't look me in the eyes. And so I said, Julie, you're going to be really powerful one day. And you gotta be, a little bit more confident and be forceful. She has blossomed. She's amazing in a very short time. So take a good encouragement from Julie. She's just amazing because what did she do? She started believing in the power she has. Am I correct, Julie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, someone told me be bold and confident. I'm bold and confident. And to believe in what you're getting, just say it. Don't hold it back. Say it. Did you hear what happened last Monday? Okay. Well, Dawn posted on our psychic squad group and said Elizabeth, who had passed, that she came in for a visit. And that she's watching us. So, okay, great. I see that. And I felt her in. I knew she was around. And 16 minutes later, I was called back to look at my phone. My phone was sitting there charging. So I went back to my phone. I didn't hear anything. And about 5 minutes before, Don posted again. This is 16 minutes later. He posted saying that a girl was abducted on Saturday in New York. Okay, got that?
Yeah.
So what do? I then am standing there, and I know we call Elizabeth, we call Libby. I knew she was there, and I go, okay, is this sort of like the shack where the girl gets abducted, but she's not taken very far, and then she's taken into like a shack or a cabin or something? And yes, sort of, but I didn't feel any negativity like she was hurt. And so first thing, is she alive? Yes, she's alive. Okay, where is she? I got that she is, let me see if I get it. She's in a cabin in the woods. She is 20 miles away. Oh no, what I got at first was like a pain right here. So I turned it into a map. So I go northeast and they go, no, abduction point is northeast. So then I got to the southwest, I got another point, and okay, she's to the southwest. She's to the southwest. And then I heard 20, so 20 miles. Okay. And then I hear 10. So she's between 20 and 10 miles away. And I knew there was a major road. And that's the only thing that there was one major road in between the abduction point and the where she was at, where she was being kept. And yes, she was alive. Everything was fine. Okay, good. And I texted that all to Don and let him know. In the morning when I woke up, it was like Don had posted something at 5:03. I didn't get a chance to look at it right away. But when I did, I was correct. Everything I put up there was right. And I know Libby had a lot to do with it. And I know she was also there with the girl, letting her know that she's being rescued. Well, an hour and a half after I posted that, they did rescue her. So yes, I know I wasn't the reason why she was rescued. I do know that. I'm not bragging about that. I'm just very excited and humbled that I had the right information. The reason why I have that information is because that I'm bold and confident, and that I got the information from someone who had passed. So sorry to get teary. I get very emotional. I was so excited about it. Really, I am. This is just one of those one more thing that I've learned to do, and that I can do it. I can't even tell you how good that makes me feel. It was amazing. So sorry.
No, you're done.
Thank you, Terry, for that.
Because that's just that's how the cookie rolls.
Yeah, it
Um,
was
to
fantastic.
build up your confidence and your faith that you do have power.
And
And
I have friends on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the things, Lalima had asked how it was done, and basically anybody on our squad could call on Libby and say, "Hey, I need your help finding this," and I know she will be there in a second to help us. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Can you channel it all while I get this together? Do you think you can channel or no? That's up to you.
Let me think. I'm not getting anything right now.
Okay.
I must have feel like when I go through something like this, it was really strong for me today. I'm sorry if I sound, you're going like, who is this woman? Because I'm feeling that you're just coming through really strong today. There were some people that really need to hear the message to have confidence in yourself and that you do have power and things that you have to do and really not to let other people's words, their actions, try to let it roll off like a duck's back. I mean, the water needs to come. You need to visualize it when it's happening and put a light around you to protect you visually in your third eye. Just let everything, envelop you and that everything's rolling off your back because it can bring you down. That's why Annie needs to disconnect whoever that is. It's affecting her energetically. It's not just even emotional, it's energetic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you in here. And I mean, the energy today was great. And being around Bev is always
It's mutual. But here comes a word. Somebody, if it's not you, you know somebody that's taking their dog to the vet or cat to the vet, whatever it is, an animal. Maybe it's a bird. I don't know. Just don't listen to what the vet tells you. So you might have to get up with this. I had somebody sit and read me and say, "Well, your mom said this about a red card," and I said, "No, we don't have a red card." And I couldn't connect with what the person was telling me. 2 days later, I went, "Oh my God, it's connected."
Right. So if you don't know it right now,
Don't worry about it.
and if it comes to you that a friend tells you that they're not sure about what the vet said, just say, "Hey, get a second opinion."
Yep.
And find somebody who's more a naturopathic doctor or a holistic doctor for your vet. I mean, from the vet. You don't want somebody who's just conditioned. This is the way it is, because the ones that we use for our dogs,
And the internet is a great resource for putting in and Googling stuff. You'd be surprised what you can find.
What is?
The internet.
Yeah, the internet.
Lots of information.
Yeah. All righty. Thank you
My
guys so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you. You will see Scott next week. I'll be gone.
Annie, you can please join us on the Psychic Squad. The information is down below and or scrolling across the screen. Please get a hold of us. You can do what we do. Anybody can. Just takes practice. And I don't mean you have to do it 8 hours a day. Believe me, we would be down and out for the count if we tried to do this 8 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go get something to eat, take a nap now. That's not me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
You're loved.
Yes, you are.
Big time.
Never forget. You have a community out here, whether you believe it or not, we are here. Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye.